push the hair back before you put the helmet on. But once the helmet's on, you're just knocking heads. Same old, same old. You know.
How's camp going so far?
Camp's going great. You know, we're getting some good practices in, getting everybody better. We're just trying to take it day by day, but it's definitely a process, and I think a lot of people are enjoying it, really getting better, trying to do the best they can every day.
Marcus was saying on Sunday that he's noticing a difference in terms of with the weight he's put on and how it's helping him on the field. What do you see there?
Absolutely. I think a lot of guys have really gotten stronger over the offseason, and you can tell Coach Fitz has done a great job working with the team to get everybody stronger, faster, tougher, and just all around more athletic so we can be better football players on and off the field. And so you can really tell, I think, that a lot of the guys have changed. You can just see it in their body. They've cut weight, they've cut fat, they've gained muscle, and so you can just tell they're a lot stronger.
Ryan, just how big of an advantage you think it was that finally had the same strength and conditioning program 2 years in a row from the first time you've been here?
Well, it's huge. You know, having Coach Fitz there and the whole staff is huge. They've done a great job. They've really worked with everybody to make them stronger. And just having this whole coaching staff here for 2 years is really great. They've all done a great job pouring in knowledge to all the players and making all the players better, not just athletically, but also mentally. And that's the huge thing in the game of football. It's really a mental game. And having some coaches here that have the knowledge that they do, have the experience that they do, is a huge asset to Tennessee. I mean, heck, you got Coach Chaney, who's been doing this forever as an offensive coordinator. I mean, he's brilliant. He really is. And that's just, it's amazing to be able to go into a meeting every day and just listen to him and get the knowledge that he has, that he's built over the years, and some of the humor that goes along with that as well.
What has been Will Friend's kind of biggest focus for you guys to start camp? I mean, obviously now being with him for the second year too, there's kind of raised expectations for this group. So what's kind of his emphasis the first week?
Well, Coach Friend has really been pushing us to be the best that we possibly can be on and off the field. He's been working with us all off season to get us better, and we've got a lot of guys that have been really working hard, and you can tell that they've been putting it in every day, putting in the work. And Coach Friend has really just been pushing consistency and hard work and doing your job, and just do your job every day, every play. And so that's the most important thing, is that he's been really pushing, is just execute. And that's really the whole message for the entire team, is that we're just trying to execute one play at a time, one game at a time, and we're not trying to look ahead, we're not trying to look back, we're just trying to look forward.
Brandon's healthy now and working at center. How much are you kind of eager to kind of take him on for that starting spot and kind of earn your job back?
Absolutely. It's great to have Brandon back, and it's great to have competition. And that's a huge thing with the entire offensive line. We've really got some depth, and so that's great with a competition standpoint. It's great to help out. We've got a lot of people that can help out in depth-wise. So that's just a huge asset that we can have. And moving forward, being able to have competition with the offensive line is good. And really, it's a do-your-job kind of thing. It really is. It's whatever role you can play, you do your job. And it's funny, I was just Coach Pruitt was talking yesterday, and he was saying, do your job, whatever that may be. And I was just listening to a podcast. I was listening to my minister at home, Mike Glenn, and he was talking about the same thing. He said, do your job. And it was kind of funny because it was one of those things. It's kind of ironic. It's two completely two different things, but he was preaching on football, and he was talking about everybody on the field has to do their job, all 11 people. And in life, God may call you to do one thing, and that may not be what you want to do, but you need to do your job. And so that I thought was kind of interesting, just seeing that from different perspectives. And I think really Coach Pruitt is really just telling us the same thing, is just do your job, whatever that may be. And I think a lot of guys have really bought into that and are really buying into the fact that they just do their job, and we'll execute, and we'll do what we can do, and we'll do our best.
Ryan, do you feel more comfortable at center or guard?
I feel comfortable at whatever position that they need me at. Whatever position Coach Pruitt says he needs me at, I'll play, because I want to make the team the best I can. And I want to succeed, and I want the team to succeed. So I will do whatever I have to do to make the team the best that they can be.
You mentioned Coach Chaney's brilliant. Can you describe maybe a couple example or two of where you've seen that brilliance really kind of show up?
Well, you can see it in a bunch of different places, but one, for example, you'll be watching film with him, and you're watching just a play here or there, and he will just come out with something that you just haven't seen before, and just one small, minute detail that he can build off of. a corner's footwork or something like that, and you're just sitting there going, man, I've never thought about that. No, who would have possibly thought about that? We're just looking at an inside zone, and you're looking at the corner, and you're saying we can exploit that, and it's something, it's incredible that he can just kind of think about that. It's almost like a chess game. It really is, and I like playing chess, so that's I guess I can make kind of the allusion to that. Some people play chess 1 or 2 moves ahead. Coach Chaney plays chess, or I guess the game of football, 10 or 11 moves ahead. And I'm not by no means a good chess player. I played one guy, and I've never been able to beat him. I played 150 times, and I've never been able to beat him. I came close to a draw one time, and I'm playing him, and I make a move. I had thought about this for about 30 minutes. We were playing on our phone. We were sending it back and forth, and I made the move. I was thinking, and 7 moves I can have him here. I'll have the draw, and he texted me back and he said, that was a great move, but you're thinking 7 moves ahead, I'm thinking 10. And that's Coach Chaney. And that's a long drawn out way to explain that, but he's thinking 10 moves ahead, and it's just kind of one of those things that just goes way over your head, and you're sitting there and you have to step back and you're like, wow, that's impressive. You just got to sit there, listen, and just learn.
And Ryan, what about the balance he strikes between, being that cerebral, but he also can really get after you guys? And it seems like he's got a nice,
Absolutely, that's a great thing. It's a learning process, but it's also a mental toughness game, and I think he really brings both aspects to the game, and he really drives and pushes all the players to be the best that they can be, and that's on and off the field. I mean, that's one of the things he goes at. If you're not giving everything you've got, he wants you to give 110%, and it's the same thing in the classroom. If somebody comes back and they had a bad test, he'll say, well, you need to pick that up. And so that's just something that is really, really important that Coach Chaney brings to the table, that he just pushes everybody to be the best person that they can be. And so that's another thing that he has that he brings to the table, just besides the cerebral aspect, but just the mental toughness.
Who's made the play in camp that's had guys on this team talking the most? One play that ignited a room watching the back.
I wouldn't necessarily say there's one play. I think we've really got an atmosphere that's been going on during this camp from a lot of the players that have really stepped up and are leading the team and are really pushing the team to be the best that they can be. And so there's a lot of excitement, and it's not just coming from one person. It's not just coming from one play. It's really coming from a lot of people. And there are those plays where, somebody gets a good hit and you're like, dang, that's a good hit right there. You get a big run and everybody blocks it right, and the running back just cuts back and you just see the hole come open at the last second and they score a touchdown. You're like, man, there you go. But for the most part, I mean, it's just a continual process, and you've got a lot of guys that are making those plays, which is something, you talk about that one person, that one explosive play, but really it's when you have a bunch of explosive plays, a bunch of explosive people, that's the thing that you should really get excited about, because that means that you're coming together. And going back to what I said before, you're doing your job. All 11 people are doing your job, not just one person. It's all 11 people, every play, every down. And that's when you start making those big breaks, those big plays, is when people start doing it. Because football is not just about that explosive play, but it's about those plays that lead up to it. Just like I was talking about in chess. It's the plays before that lead up to the explosive plays. It's the inside zone, outside zone, boom, we hit a 15-yard run. Play, 2 yards, 3 yards, boom, we score a touchdown. It's those plays before that lead to that long play. And so that's what we've really been focusing on, is not just the long plays, but the short plays, and that's something that's exciting to me.
What was the room's reaction to Nathan Niehouse's decision? Did he kind of talk to you guys before, coming to that decision yesterday?
We wish Nathan the best, and I know God's going to put him where he needs to go. The team is just focusing on ourselves right now, and I think that's a question that you should ask with Coach Pruitt.
What's the between spring and camp so far? Who's the new defensive lineman we didn't see that much last year that's the toughest to go up against?
I think the whole defensive line itself has been really improving. We've got a lot of guys that have really started showing out, and there's not really just one person that's been pushing out ahead. I think it's a bunch of the guys. Coach Fitz, the whole staff, the whole defensive staff has really been pushing for the defensive line to improve. They've been working really hard in the off season, and you can really tell. And they're helping us too, because we're going against them every other play. We're going against them, and it's making us better. And so that's something that we've seen over this fall camp, over the spring, over the summer, that they've been improving, and it's really helping us as well.
What's the realistic expectations for the offensive line this year? What are realistic expectations for your unit this year, you guys think?
We're just trying to do the best that we can do. We're trying to do it the best that we can do every day, every play. We're not trying to look forward to any game. We're not trying to look forward to any play. We're just trying to focus on the current play, the current down, the current game, and do the best that we can do our assignment, and do them well. If an offensive lineman doesn't get mentioned, if an offensive lineman doesn't get his name called, then we've done our job, and that's what we want to do.